Good morning. My reply to your video, I found it to be very thought out, especially when you begin to explain the situation. Um, the issue with the counselor, she was having problems, and then she began to, I guess, kind of ease her problems. She began to like perhaps drink or whatever, and it caused like some impairment there. It's true that oftentimes, even though you are a counselor, I do believe that oftentimes, as you begin to look at the ACA code of ethics, that the guidelines that are there for us to follow. But the reality of it is, when you have real life issues, I believe that you really should talk with someone. And we know that a counselor need a counselor. So when it comes to getting the support that you need, everything that we need is set in place for us as counselors. When it comes to the job part, when you said something about what can the jobs do to help prevent this situation from happening. I believe if we have a consistent relationship with our manager and those that are in our working environment, sometimes we perhaps may have to turn away certain cases and ask someone else if they can perhaps take the case. If sometimes things are a little bit too familiar, you may need a little lighter load. Maybe it's considered like light work if particularly you're going through something. But the key is communication. If you're dealing with an issue, then communication is a phenomenal tool that we all have to use to convey what's really going on in our life. New Jersey is similar to New York. New Jersey is a little bit strict. There were been higher fines when I began to look up the information, and the suspension could lead to loss of license if there's a certain time period if you have not turned around whatever your current situation is, and then returning back to work, you're like going through the whole, perhaps like we will be going through as students, having someone to pretty much watch over your shoulder to make sure that you're doing everything that needs to be done. So I don't know if it's really an easy way to handle it, but I'm sure that there are things that we can put in place. There are certain situations sometimes that we can't help that will happen in life, but if we have the support that we need, and definitely the resources are there for us going into the practice, knowing that certain things will and may arise in our own personal life, it would help us better to, become better and stay healthy holistically for the client and for ourselves. Thank you. Enjoy your video.